Warning. Actonville TV disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host, authors, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any religious affiliation.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Goinda, Goinda, Govinda. Good evening, everybody.
Welcome to each and every one of you.
Good evening, Dr. Maistry. How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you, man?
I won't lie to you, it's been a rough couple of days going hot and cold, but it's okay. We still.
Yeah, but it's lovely and cool now.
You like it?
It's been hot during the day, yes.
True. The heat wave seems to have passed, but I was looking at the forecast. I see it's happening again this coming weekend.
I think all the wars in the world are affecting the temperature.
True. Yeah. Oof. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Actonville TV. It's for everyone. This is a show called The Journey. It's all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. For those of you who don't know us, I'm your host, Kimera. Heeralal. By my side, we've got Dr. PK Maistry, and we are discussing Pitru Paksha. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, lovely.
Alright, for those of you who want to interact with us in studio today, please do so by commenting at the bottom of the screen right there. Or if you wish to keep your views and comments anonymous, please use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen right there. Alright, as you know, this show is about Hinduism, and every time we open up the show or do anything in our culture, we must give thanks and praise to Lord Ganesha. Let's open up the show, ladies and gentlemen, as Stylers Music Academy with a Ganesha track.
விநாயகனே வெவ்வினையே வேறறுக்கவல்லா விநாயகனே வேட்கை தணிவிப்பான் விநாயகனே விண்ணிற்கும் மண்ணிற்கும் நாதனுமாம் தன்மையினால் கண்ணீர் பணிவல் கனிந்த விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே வேழமுகத்தோனே ஞான முதல்வனே வேழமுகத்தோனே கோபாலா கனிவாக அருள்வாயே கஜமுக சிவபாலா விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே விநாயகனே வெவ்வினையே வேழக்கவல்லா விநாயகனே வேட்கை தணிவிப்பான் விநாயகனே விண்ணிற்கும் மண்ணிற்கும் நாதனுமாம் தன்மையினால் கண்ணீர் பணிவில் கனிந்த
Jai Ganesha, beautiful delivery from Stylism Music Academy, praising Lord Ganesha and helping us to open up the show this evening. Thank you so much.
Wonderful to see such young children taking part in the Styler Academy. Congratulations to Styler, keep up the good work.
Dear Shid Styler, from Dr. P.K. Maistry's mouth, blessings to you, child, for all the free, the seva work that you're doing in Durban. We love you to bits. Alright, so getting back to the topic of conversation, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching episode 104 of the Journey Show exploring Hinduism, and today Dr. P.K. Maistry is educating you on the Pitru Paksha. Alright, so take it away, Doc.
Good evening, everybody. As Kimera just mentioned, what is our topic? Pitru Paksha is a 60-day period of paying homage to your ancestors who have departed from this materialistic world. That is as per the Hindu calendar. The period is marked by offering praise, food, and dan to the needy and the priests in the temple. In Hinduism, death is part of the greatest cycle of life and rebirth. That is to say, the cycle of birth and death in terms of karma. As part of this greater life cycle, death practices and rituals are key within the religion of Hinduism. Pitru Paksha is a yearly extended mourning period during which many unique pujas, that's acts of worship, take place. These worshipful acts are a way to show respect to the departed relatives. They are also a way in which to show the celebrants hope to help the souls of the deceased loved ones. The Hindu scriptures state that every person carries multiple types of spiritual debt in life from the moment they are born. Throughout his or her life, each individual must find a way to repay those debts. One debt is known as ancestral loan, or you can call it Pitru Rona in Sanskrit. Pitru Paksha is the time every year when everyone has the opportunity to make a payment towards the ancestral loan debt. Hindu texts also state that the 3 generations of ancestors from your family tree reside in and between the realm called Pitri-loka after death. So that's where all the souls go, to the Pitri-loka. For 16 days each year, during this time, the god of death, Yamaraja or Yama, frees the ancestors to accept gifts from their descendants. It is believed that by donating food and water to the ancestors, descendants can help their deceased relatives to achieve salvation. That's a very important point. We can't just forget the ancestors. Pitru Paksha is a religious holiday, which means individuals and families participate in traditional rituals around the world. But Pitru Paksha has the largest impact in primary Hindu countries like India. In those countries, business and social life are shut down for much of a 2-week period. Pitru Paksha is an inauspicious time of the year. Inauspicious. This means people avoid holding important events like marriages. They avoid taking on new businesses or making large purchases during this time. Hinduism features many different religious and spiritual rituals which Hindus perform in life. What makes Hinduism unique is that there are also rituals that must be performed at death. The 2-week observance of this Pitru Paksha is a time for families to gather and help their departed ancestors through those rituals. By performing different traditional rites listed below, Hindu families help their ancestors to achieve peace in the afterlife and continue along the cycle of birth and rebirth that's through karma. Kata. What is Kata? K-A-R-T-A. Kata is a member of the family who performs the virtual rituals of the Pitru Paksha. Usually the eldest son of a family or the daughter is chosen to fulfill the role. Traditionally, a son performs the rituals, and if no son is available, a male relative of the paternal branch of the family might fill in as the Kata. An exception to this rule is Mata Mata. What is Mata Mata? Mata is affection and maternal love. A specific day of the 50-day observance. On this day, a female member of the family, usually the eldest daughter, may perform the necessary rituals. Any member of the family who will perform this ritual must take a purifying bath beforehand. They are also expected to wear ceremonial clothing whenever they perform rituals or make offerings to the ancestors of the priests in this case are the Brahmins. The purified bath and traditional clothing help show respect to the ancestors and any priests who are present, and it ensures that the offerings are pure in quality. Then we come across Brahman Bhoj, B-H-O-J. All it means is rituals during Pitr, the time of the Pitr prayer. In Hinduism, a Brahmin is a type of priest, spiritual teacher, or protector of learning. They are members of the highest class within the Indian caste system, or Varna. During the Pitru Paksha, Hindus offer food and drink to the Brahmins to show honor and garner blessings. The Kata, as described above, might invite the Brahmin to his home for food, ceremony, donations, and hospitality. Then you got the Pindan. The Pind is the body, and the Dan is charity. So it's charity to the body of the deceased. That is Pind, P-I-N-D, Dan, D-A-N. Another ritual that takes place during this time is the Pindan, or post-death ceremony. Pindan is a crucial part of Hindu death rites and is considered as a mandatory practice when somebody dies. The Pindan ritual is based on the Hindu belief that a human soul can remain in the material world after death. An attachment to things and people can keep a soul from reaching its heavenly abode. For the Pindan ritual, family members, usually a son or daughter of the departed, offer sesame seeds mixed with rice and water to the ancestor. You've seen during the time of the ceremonies, the priest using the black seeds and water and certain hand actions, and that is placed in the river. The offering represents the family's sincere wish for the soul to depart from the material plane and find salvation. In this way, the Pindan acts as a final goodbye. While most Hindus perform the Pindan at the time of cremation, they might also complete the ritual during the holiday of Pitru Paksha. We said there's a 2-week holiday in India. After offering the Pindan, the Karta, the ritualist, that is, usually performs the ritual worshipping the gods like Vishnu the preserver and Yama, the god of death and king of the ancestors. For this ritual, the Kata offers cooked food on the roof of a home or building. If a crow arrives and eats the food, it is assumed that the gods have accepted this gift. Cows and dogs also receive offerings of food at this point in the observance of this prayer.
Alright, so before we move on to the topic of reciting the names and further educating yourself on the Pitru Paksha, let's take a quick break. We'll come back straight after this.
see flooring differently. Innova Floor Santan. Contact us today.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Goinda, Govinda. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so for those of you who just joined us, a namaskaram goes out to Devin Naidu coming in through YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the show, Devin. Interact with us as we're talking about Pitru Paksha. We love when you join the conversation and interact with us. We love when the people join this conversation. As we know, you are very well educated, sir. Please join the conversation. Or I know you enjoy listening to Doctor, but we want to hear from you as well. All right, for those of you that don't know us, you're looking at Kimera Heeralal right here in this chair. I've got Dr. PK Maistry by my side.
Today's program is really going to be a hit. David Naidu is coming as quickly as possible tonight saying namaskaram. Namaskaram to you too.
Thank you so much, Doctor. All right, so Doctor was about to teach you, as we're talking about Pitru Paksha, he's moving on to reciting the names. But before we do, let's keep your energy levels up, your spiritual levels up, and let's go to Vandana Naren, who is singing for us Shri Krishna Govinda Hare. Goinda, Govinda, beautiful delivery and rendition of Vandana Narain from Manchester Hills, everybody, as she sang and worshipped Sri Krishna Govinda Hare. We've got Devanaidu coming in on YouTube. According to Swami Sivananda, Pitru Paksha increases the enjoyment of souls remaining in heaven before undergoing samsara or rebirth. You're actually right, Devan. I read that as well.
Wonderful, Devan. You are saying it in a different way, but to quote Swami Sivananda, wonderful. Thank you, Devan. That's a wonderful, enlightened guru, enlightened soul.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Dr. P.K. Maistry, for those of you just joined now, you are a little late, but it's fine. I've been taught or informed on YouTube, you can rewind on the bar and start the show from the very beginning. So if you are a little late, Dr. P.K. Maistry is educating the public and myself on Pitru Paksha, and he was explaining to us about the 16-day period of paying homage. So it's paying homage to our ancestors, and we've got Devanaidu sharing with us his wisdom, rather, and he's helping us to educate you as well. Feel free to interact with us in studio today while Dr. P.K. Maistry will educate you on Pitru Paksha. So Dr. P.K. Maistry has also shared with you the rituals as well, and now he is going to continue to teach you and educate you on reciting the names. Take it away, Dr. P.K. Maistry.
Thank you, Kimera. The performance of Sarva Pitri. What is Sarva Pitri? It means all ancestors are celebrated on a new moon day. So, irrespective of which day they passed away. So, the performance of Sarva Pitri Amavase is when the Karta recites the names of all deceased ancestors within the 3 generations. In this way, the person practicing the ritual knows the names of the 6 generations, the 3 before him and the 3 after him. This is the important part of Pitru Paksha, since it helps reinforce familiar and ancestral ties throughout history. Then we come to Tarpan, T-R-P-A-N. All it means is a water donation. It is one of the most important parts of the Pitru Paksha for Hindus. For the ritual of Tarpan, individuals and families donate water to the gods or rishis and to their departed ancestors. Water is considered a superior donation or offering, and it is one that's very meaningful. Food and drink. Another part of the Pitru Paksha is preparing food and drink that departed loved ones enjoyed in life. And when I was writing this note, I just realized some of the ancestors who passed on were meat eaters and very rarely ate vegetable. So are we saying now that we're going to cook vegetable and offer it to them? I think that's something we have to think about. For those traditional food dishes, the Kata usually prepares the offerings in the silver or copper pots or pans. He or she then serves them on banana leaves or other dried leaves. The traditional Pitru Paksha foods include kheer. Kheer is sweet rice and milk, sweet wheat or grain porridge, lentils, rice, pumpkins and beans. Family members only eat once a cow or a dog. The Brahmin priests who are present and a cow is a messenger representing the gods have eaten first. So the dogs, the cow and the Brahmin. It is traditional to recognize Pitru Paksha in the company of a priest, but if you have to stay home for any reason, you can still take part. To do so, you perform the Shrad, that is the Pitru Paksha and Tarpanam in your own home. Sources recommend early rising on that day of celebration and bathing right away. Then you should perform the traditional mantras and offerings of the Pitru Paksha. You must use a brass bowl for your offering and ensure your face east. Show your face to the east. You should wear traditional garb like a dhoti. As part of your prayers, pray to the last 3 generations of ancestors who have passed away. Apologize for any mistakes you have made and seek the blessings from the departed. It is also important to offer kindness to every living being, including animals and insects and humans too. You should prepare rice with sesame seeds as an offering. What does it mean when a baby is born during Pitru Paksha? We cannot control when a baby is born unless you induce labor with the doctor's recommendation and supervision. If a baby decides to come during Pitru Paksha, celebrants tend to welcome the birth as something positive. It is not considered unlucky or negative in any way. That's God's gift. How can it be inauspicious? In fact, many celebrants of Pitru Paksha sees giving birth during the time as one of the greatest offering to the ancestors because you bring a new life into the family. What are the rules of the Pitru Paksha? Pitru Paksha is a complex tradition if you've never celebrated it before. As part of the celebration, you must follow a set of specific rules including: if you have to perform the Shraddh, you must be a celibate for at least 16 days of the holidays. You must consume only vegetable food. You cannot consume certain foods including onions, garlic, chana, jeera, black salt, black mustard, cucumbers and lentils during the 16 days. If you are to perform this prayer, you may only have one serving at each meal. Substances like pan, supari, tobacco, alcohol, totally forbidden. No auspicious functions such as weddings must be carried out during this time. Indulgence is not allowed. That means you cannot make any purchases for the sake of comfort, luxury or entertainment. If you are to perform this prayer, you cannot cut your hair, shave your beard or cut your nails once the function has started. You may not treat any living being poorly. Ancestors can appear in various forms. You should feed cows, dogs, insects and other living beings. You must offer food to the poor Brahmins as well as others in need. Today our Brahmins in South Africa are very wealthy people. You must offer food to the Brahmins as well as others in need. You may not use any item made of iron, including cooking utensils. You may use brass, copper or silver instruments and vessels instead. If you do this prayer, you must wear a dhoti and remain bare-chested during the ritual duty that in the temples among the Brahmins mainly. You should seek guidance from a priest when it comes to time to perform the ritual. The priest will help you determine the proper time and location for these events. It is important to avoid performing the Shraddh during dawn, dusk, evening or night, for example. It is advisable to seek guidance from a learned priest for performing the rituals, finding out the appropriate time and location. Usually Shraddh is carried out in holy places. One such holy place is in Bihar, where there is a major Vishnu temple. Bihar is one of the provinces in India. Offer the pindan or rice and sesame seeds to crows if possible. You must avoid getting into arguments, fighting or telling lies. I hope most of you are making notes. There's 17 forms that are just tabulated to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. P.K. Maistry, everybody, teaching us and educating us on the Pitru Paksha. For those of you joining us on YouTube, lots of love coming through YouTube this evening. David Naidu continues to educate us on the topic of conversation this evening. He says, mitigates the suffering of those, in other words, in the case those souls took another birth immediately after their deaths. Shraddha adds to their happiness in their new birth. I read that somewhere. I did read that somewhere. Okay, Ravi Nagan Naidu, ladies and gentlemen, one of Actonville TV's biggest fans, and namaskaram, Dr. Maistry.
Namaskaram to you, Ravi.
Namaskaram, Kimi, and all the viewers. Stay blessed. Thank you so much, Mr. Naidu, for joining us. David Naidu continues to educate us as well, commenting that then the devotees seek the divine blessings of Lord Vishnu by offering another sacred grass named Darba grass.
Yes, lovely. You can see most of the Brahmin priests using the Darba grass to invoke the energy from the Murti, from the Kalasams to us.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, Devan Naidu continues to say, then the customary ritual is done where a portion of food prepared for the ancestors is offered to the crow, who's believed to be the messenger of Lord Yamraj. Doc, you did say that, right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Tiara Tashna Naidu. Hello, Miss Naidu. She said, blessed session. Thank you so much, Doll, for joining and supporting. Dia coming in on YouTube. Namaskaram to you too, Doll. Thank you for joining the show. All right, so thank you to Devan Naidu and Dr. P.K. Maistry for educating us on Pitru Paksha this evening. Coming up next, we have Virosh Hariyadio with Mere Man Meram.
मेरी मन मीरा मेरी तन मीरा रोम रोम मीरा मेरी मन मीरा मेरी तन मीरा रोम रोम मीरा रे राम से मेरे लिए ध्यान लगा ले छूर जगत के काम रे राम से मेरे लिए ध्यान लगा ले छूर जगत के काम रे बोलो राम 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 माया में तोल जा धर दे धूल उड़ाई अब क्यों करता मन भारी जब माया साथ छुड़ाई माया में तोल जा धर दे धूल उड़ाई अब क्यों करता मन भारी जब माया साथ छुड़ाई देर नहीं है अब भी बनने ले ले उसका नाम रे देर नहीं है अब भी बनने ले ले उसका नाम रे बोलो राम 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 तन के भीतर 5 लुटेरे डाल रही है ढेरा काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोहने तुझको कैसा घेरा तन के भीतर 5 लुटेरे डाल रही है ढेरा काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोहने तुझको कैसा घेरा भूल गया तू राम रतन भूला पूजा का काम रे भूल गया तू राम रतन भूला पूजा का काम रे बोलो राम 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 बचपन बीता खेल खेल में बड़ी जवानी सोया देख बुढ़ापा अब क्यों सोचे क्या पाया क्या खोया बचपन बीता खेल खेल में बड़ी जवानी सोया देख बुढ़ापा अब क्यों सोचे क्या पाया क्या खोया दिन तो बीता दौड़ धूप में ढल जाई ना शाम रे दिन तो बीता दौड़ धूप में ढल जाई ना शाम रे बोलो राम 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 मेरी मन मेरा मेरी तन मेरा रोम रोम मेरा रे मेरी मन मेरा मेरी तन मेरा रोम रोम मेरा रे राम सुमिर ले ध्यान लगा ले छोड़ जगत के काम रे राम सुमिर ले ध्यान लगा ले छोड़ जगत के काम रे बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम
Govinda, 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 Jai Bolo Hanuman ki Jai. Beautiful performance and delivery from Viraj Haridyo as he is performing for us. Meriman Meram. Thank you so much for that.
Mera naam, my name. What absolute devotion and emotion was used in that song. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. PK Maistry. All right, guys, before we continue with the show, as Dr. PK Maistry is educating you on Pitru Paksha, we've got lots of love coming in through YouTube. So before we cut to commercial, let's share our love. Coming in from Madi Govind with Namaskaram. Namaskaram to you too, sir. Devan Naidu continuing to educate us through YouTube channel. I would love to have you in studio, Devan. He says harmony and cordial relations can be well maintained with the family members by performing Pitra Dosha Puja. Shumain Governor coming in thanking Dr. PK Maistry for providing expressive source of knowledge. Dr. PK Maistry, thank you. We got Prince James. Namaste Kimera and all the people watching the show. Namaste to you too, Mr. James. Shumain Governor, Kimera and Andy, thank you. Listening to your talk show has taught me a lot. You're welcome, Auntie Shumain. Nash Jakaran coming in, lovely bhajan. It was, eh? It was. It truly was. And Nash Jakaran continues to say, brilliant show, Andy and Kimera. Thank you so much, Mr. Jakaran, for joining us. Please do forgive me for butchering any of the names if I mispronounced it. You're welcome to send me a voice note if I must pronounce it correctly. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue a Pitru Paksha with Dr. PK Maistry straight after this.
See flooring differently. Innova Floor Santon. Contact us today.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Ayyappa, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, for those of you who just joined us, don't forget you can interact with us in the show as we are live, and you can comment at the bottom of the screen, or if you wish to keep your views and comments, most people say anonymous, use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Well, for those of you who don't know who you're looking at, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. By my side, Dr. PK Maistry, guys. And he will continue to teach you this evening about Pitru Paksha. But before he does, we've got Devanaidu coming in, commenting on the beautiful bhajans that we are playing this evening, and Ravi Nanganaidu, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much, Mr. Naidu. Everybody, to all the Naidus, thank you so much for joining the show. As we continue with Pitru Paksha, here is Dr. PK Maistry.
Malya Paksha is a fortnight in the month of Pratasi, when our ancestors visit the earth, accept our offerings, bless us and depart. So this is a very, very important prayer, as we mentioned earlier. The names are slightly different. The first part 1 was a North Indian phenomena, and now we're referring to the South Indian phenomena. I don't see why it should have been different. Obviously the language is different, the wordings are different, but the ancestral worship is the same. The Malya Paksha is the dark fortnight. That means the 5th fortnight from Adi, full moon day, when the sun is in Kanya Rashi. What is Kanya Rashi? It's a zodiac sign in Virgo. So it occurs in the month of Avani. Dharma Shastra says that during the Malya Paksha, all the ancestors, the Pitru Loka, takes Yama Dharma Raja's permission to visit earth with the expectation of receiving the Shraddha offering, that's the Pitru Paksha offerings from the descendants, accept the Shraddha with great satisfaction and bless them with long life, good health, unbroken line of progeny, and all good things of life here and hereafter. During this time, it is recommended that one should perform the Shraddha every day for 16 days. If it's not possible, at least conduct it one time in the 16 days. The ancestors certainly remain satisfied for a whole year. Unlike the annual Pitru Puja performed on the 30 of the demise of parents, the special feature of this prayer is that in addition to the puja for immediate ancestors on the paternal and maternal sides, special offerings are made to other relatives from both the sides, and interestingly also to the Guru's dear friends, who come under the category of compassionate ancestors. It is noteworthy that the scriptures mercifully assign the 40 days, that's the Chaturthi Tidi, in this Malya Paksha, to the exclusive puja of those deceased family members who were killed by some weapon or died in an accident or in an unnatural way. I think this is interesting, that there is also a prayer for the ones that have died unnaturally or during war. The puja helps them wherever they are residing to reach greater heights. The Dharma Shastra lays down that even if such ancestors had been duly united with the family tree through rituals, Ekadosha Shastra should be performed for them on this Chaturthi day of our motherland, especially the warfare with the enemy of the nation like the British prior to 1949. It is no doubt accepted in our scriptures that one who sacrifices himself on the battlefield is a direct engagement with the enemy and attains Viraswaga. Viraswaga is a hero's award in heaven. The warrior class who fights on the battlefield and drinks his own blood oozing from his forehead has virtually drank soma juice, which is a religious juice being blood, and attains liberation. But there will be cases of casualties not directly occurring in warfare, and again, cases where the final rites and following year-long rituals could not be performed properly for various reasons like delay in the availability of the body, identity, and communication problems, etc. In every case where the deceased was hit by a weapon or died in unnatural circumstances, the Shastra Hatha Malya Shraddha provides the secure that he requires, thus providing an enduring and rare opportunity for us to do our bit to express our gratitude towards our ancestors, including friends who had to give up their lives for the sake of keeping the nation secure. According to the legend, souls of the three preceding generations reside in the Pitru Loka, as I mentioned earlier, the land of disembodied souls of ancestors between the heaven and the earth. Yama, the god of death and the ruler of that place, takes the soul of the dying person from the earth to the Pitru Loka. Only 3 generations of Pitrus are performed. They believed that the Pitrus leave their abode in the Pitru Loka and come down to reside in their descendants' home for a month until the sun enters the next sign of the zodiac Scorpio. All Hindus are expected to propitiate their ancestors and Pitrus during this Malya Paksham or Malya Paksha without fail. Times have changed and today people have lost their faith in performing funeral rites to their own parents and kith and kin. They have also forgotten to offer Tapanam, the water, to the 3 generations of forefathers every month on the new moon on Amavasya day. All such people can and should perform Tapanam, the water oblation, during the special period to absolve themselves of the sin or sins that they have committed while being here on Mother Earth. It is strongly believed among the Hindus that the souls of their ancestors can never get salvation till their descendants offer the funeral rites and the water oblation. The eldest son of the family is one authorized to perform funeral rites and the Tapanam. A person without a son has no salvation. I like to repeat that. I mentioned it was written in the Bhagavad Gita, and yet again, a person without a son has no salvation. This is said in the Garuda Purana, and the Markandeya Purana affirm that if the Pitrus are satisfied, they bestow health, wealth and prosperity to the descendants and salvation to the performer. Most of the maladies that families suffer from can be traced to the non-performance of the funeral rites and Tapanam. But these can be compensated during the fortnight of Malya Paksham, so you have an opportunity to correct it. The period emphasizes the fact that ancestors, current generation and future generations are connected through blood. Our debt to them and parents and gurus is of utmost importance and has to be repaid properly with faith and devotion. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna points out to Arjuna the importance of Karma Yoga. Man cannot live even for a second without karma or action. He has to offer his gratitude to sacrifices. One of the sacrifices is Pitru Yagna, where he satisfies his parents and ancestors by offering Tapanam to them. That's the water oblation. We're indebted to the Devas, Pitrus, human beings, and even to the other creatures like animals, birds, and insects. So we must clear our debt to them in one way or the other. Our indebtedness to Mother, however, can never be cleared. Mother. There is an interesting story about the great warrior Kana of the Mahabharata, emphasizing the significance of offering Tapanam to the forefathers. When Kana's soul was in heaven, he was offered gold and jewels for food. Surprised at this strange offering, Kana asked Indra why he was not given real food. Indra replied that Kana gave gold and jewels only for gifts and charity, but no real food. Kana told Indra in reply that he had no information about his ancestors at that time. It is said that Kana was asked to come down to earth for 15 days and perform the Sharda prayer. He came back to earth and offered Tapanams to his ancestors. This period coincides with Malya Paksha at the end of the month. During this Paksha, one can offer Tapanam to any deceased kith and kin, like brother, sister, uncle, aunt, father-in-law, mother-in-law, cousin, or even a friend. Let us not forget our parents and ancestors and invite them to our prayer. Let us pay our deep debt of gratitude to them for the grace and prosperity bestowed on us. I wish you everything the best for Pitru Paksha and Malya Paksham to all those that are celebrating it. Om Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Dr. PK Maistry. We got Nash Jekaran coming in on YouTube as he says Namaste and Hare Krishna Kims to your guest as well. What is the purpose of urad dal as part of the offerings? Also, we were meant to prepare an odd, not even number, but preparations. So the first question, Doctor, if you can answer, what is the purpose of the urad dal as part of the offerings? If you do know. If you don't, we can continue.
What is that?
What is the purpose of the urad dal as part of the offerings? Nash is coming in on YouTube asking the question.
No. I'll have to do some research.
We'll have to research that for you. As Nash, if you are watching the show, you're still there, please do forgive us as we're learning as well as you are every single day. As I brought in Dr. PK Maistry, well educated, way more than I could ever be. He will help me with the show.
She's a brilliant young lady and she has a great ladder to climb to become an enlightened soul.
Thank you so much, Dr. PK Maistry. Coming in again through YouTube, we've got Devanaidu educating us on most of the information that Dr. PK Maistry has shared with us in different words. Nishi Heeralal, Namaste Kimera, Vanakkam to Dr. Maistry.
Welcome to you too.
Devanaidu continues to educate us as well. Thank you so much, Devanaidu, for everything you have just taught us now in black and white is the exact same thing that Doc has shared with us. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a sport. I love everybody that's interacting with us this evening. Nash Jakaran, I hope I'm not saying your name incorrectly. Please forgive me. We will find out for you the answer to your questions as we will find out the purpose of urad dal as part of the offerings. Well, let's take a quick break. As you know, when we come towards the end of the show, we must do one lesson from the 108 principles from the Tirukkural straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing, mesmerized, trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Esaramayappa, Goinda, Govinda. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so I am informed that Devin Naidu has given the answer to Nash Jakaran's question as he asked Dr. PK Maistry the significance of the urad dal, and there's Devin Naidu sharing with you the answer, sir. Urad dal is also known as split black lentils and black gram dal. So split urad dal retains the skin and also has a strong flavor. You do know that, Doctor?
No, I'm also in the learning curve now.
Yeah, I'm learning for the first time. Devanaidu coming in again, say because it is the day of Shani Dev, black sesame, black urad dal can be offered to Shani Dev in mustard oil. With this, there will be peace and happiness in your home. I must kick something.
Shani is number 7 in the Navagrah as a planet.
Yes.
And if you come to the temple on a Saturday, you'll see devotees bringing in these black seeds mixed with oil and wrapped in a black cloth.
All right, Devin Naidu continues to educate us. If you scroll up, ladies and gentlemen, you will find a lot of facts. We got Nishi Heeralal. Thank you, Dr. Maistry. Thank you for taking Kimera Andy under your wing. Swami's richest blessings upon you.
Thank you so much.
Robin Nagan Naidu coming in. Devin answered Nash's question. Thank you, Mr. Naidu. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Devin, for educating us and sharing your wisdom. Coming up next, we have the 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukkural. Today, we're sitting at lesson number 24.
Today's lesson from the 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukkural is number 24. Do not beg and borrow. Earn your money.
Let's take a look at what is happening this weekend on Saturday at the Meenakshi Sundareswara Koval Temple in the Major South on Starling Street. Check it out.
The Meenakshi Sundareshwar Kovil, takes pleasure in wishing all our devotees a spiritually uplifting and blessed month of Paratasi. May this auspicious period be filled with spiritual growth, deep reflections, and an abundance of blessings. Journey with us towards a blessed Paratasi prayer. On the 14th October, 1 p.m. Mahavishnu Havan, 2 p.m. Mahavishnu Abhishekam and Alangaram, 3 p.m. Vishesha Puja and offering of Mahanevedyam. Prayer will be conducted by Guru Indra So. All welcome.
தேனிருக்கும் ஈரத்தில் பாலிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நான் இருக்கும் ஈரத்தில் நீருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயணா முரளீதரா தேனிருக்கும் ஈரத்தில் பாலிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா
So tell us, Dr. P.K. Maistry, as we are in the middle of Paratasi, we just shared a beautiful episode on the Pitru Paksha. Tell us a bit about, well, as we're coming towards the weekend, what is happening?
Well, on the Saturday
Yes.
is the prayer at the temple of the advert you just seen.
Okay.
Now, on the Sunday, that's the 15th of October, what we need to know, in Malia Pacham, the first alarm of Ma Durga on earth is documented in the Malia Pacham. It begins the first week before Navaratri and falls on the last day of the Pitru Paksha.
Okay.
That's something that we have checked on. And it falls on the last day of the Pitru Paksha. We said, Ma Durga, starting of everything, was created by the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So what we're going to do, we are saying that Adi Shakti is the greatest of all souls that are on earth and in the hereafter. So we are going to celebrate it in the form of the 9 different forms of Ma Durga, and that's called Nava, 9 Ratri nights. So each day there'll be a different form of Durga, there'll be a different color of a sari, and there'll be a different Nevedyam. Nevedyam is the offering that we'll offer to the God. So it is one of the biggest celebrations India has ever seen, north, south, east, west, especially in Madurai. Meenakshi is bedecked on each and every day, and then on the 10th day, we are saying that we received all the powers from the 9 forms of the God, and we celebrate the 10th day as Vijaya Dasami. All businesses are closed, schools restart on Vijaya Dasami day, businesses operate new receipt books, people open new bank accounts, all for luck, with the help of Durga Ma and the 9 forms.
Thank you so much for teaching us that, Dr. P.K. Maistry. I'm so happy that all these prayers go back to back so I can finish one long fast.
Yes. It's a prayer month.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who need to perform the following services and need a guru, you can contact Guru Indresan. He can help you to perform the following services like your Jandagam, known as your astrological readings, your Panjagam. He can help you with your Navagraha Shanti, your house prayers, your business prayers, your car prayers, your temple and hall weddings, your ceremonies like your 16 days and your 1 year, your Janda prayers, your auspicious Hawans, and your Kumbha Abhishekams. You can contact Guru Indresan on 081 325 0115. I'll give it to you again, 081 325 0115. Lots of love coming in through YouTube as Nash is joining our screens for the first time. Nash, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, yeah? He comes through to say, Namaste Kim, Doctor and Devon. What is the purpose or significance of the different seeds used in the tarpan, meaning the water, offering with petals in the meaning, which seeds should be used ideally? You answer for that, Dr. P.K. Maistry.
She's talking about the flowers in the water.
Yes, what is the purpose or significance of the different seeds used in the water offering with petals?
The different seeds. No, I'll have to research that.
We'll research
Why
that
it's
for you,
important for us to do research? Because if we give her an answer that's not 100%,
Yes.
then the youth will pick it up as a correct answer.
as this is an educational
Yes, so we need
platform, right?
we need to check how we are seated here, not knowing everything. We are also in the learning curve.
Thank you so much. I got a feeling that Devon Naidu is working on that information as we speak. I love him so much. He always is a sport and helps us with our education. Nash, Jagarine, well, we will send you a message either privately or comment at the bottom of the screen after the show, because we've come towards the end of the show. It's time for us to love and leave you. Anything you want to say, Dr. P.K. Maistry?
No, fine. Please have a wonderful weekend in celebrating whatever ritualistic functions we have over this weekend. And on behalf of Acton TV and myself, wish you everything the best for not the Navagara on Saturday, but on Sunday, the Navaratri 2023. Thank you.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Lots of love, education, and interaction happening on through YouTube. As Devon Naidu says, we will get back to you, Nash. Please, to be continued. One of those episodes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from Dr. P.K. Maistry and myself, Kimera, Heeralal, we'll join you again, same time, same place. And, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Ayyappa, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Good night, everyone.
Good night.